Good morning. Good morning. Hello, hello. I just realized I have a bazillion tabs open. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of tabs open on my phone there. How is everyone? Today's cup of the day is my uranium. It's not a mug today. Our uranium cup. I don't know if you can see that, but that's parrots with a palm tree. Love it. We'll wait for notifications to go out. I see some people coming in. Good morning. Good morning. So if you guys don't have an Instagram, so you don't follow me on Instagram, my parents yesterday, well, let's go all the way back to last Christmas. Last Christmas, my siblings went together and bought them a big cast iron cauldron. Good morning, Rebecca. Like, it's got little feet on the bottom. It's got this big, good morning, Cheryl. It's got this big, heavy lid that sits on it. So a stew pot, but it's a cauldron. And of course, my dad likes to have all the accessories to everything. So he has the tripod that'll hang the cauldron over the open fire. And, they put it away after Christmas to wait for summer. And then it was growing season and it was canning season, and they had not had time to get it out. Also, in the summer, it's a lot of yellow jackets around here. So if you're outside cooking, you're dealing with yellow jackets. But when it cools down like this in Ohio, but you get these warm days after a good hard frost, we had a good hard frost, then the yellow jackets, if they're out, are even slower than they were. So they're not like swarming you. And so we're like, let's cook stew. And now, full disclosure, because this was our first time using it, Mom had the stew in the crock pot during the day to make sure the meat was cooked, because we just weren't sure, temperature-wise, burning versus cooking it well. So Dad gets the fire going and the tripod up and the thing on there and the stew in it. And then Mom comes out and drops the dough in for the, oh my goodness, I'm going to have the same word problems I had earlier this week. Good morning, Kraken. Good morning, Helen. Dumplings. Oh, so she drops the dough in for the dumplings while it's over the fire, and, it's bubbling real good. And let me tell you, I mean, my mom's a good cook anyway, but cooking stuff over an open fire just like elevates everything. It was so good. It was so good. And then we had s'mores, of course. And then Mom had stuff to do, so she went back inside. Dad sat out with me for a little bit, and then his phone started to die, so he went inside too. And I just sat out there and enjoyed the fire. Before we had to move in 2020, the house that we had a really, we had built a really nice fire pit in the back with layers of stone and sand, and and then took it out so that the grass wasn't anywhere near it. Like, it was, the boys and I put a lot of love and labor into this fire pit. And I used to go out there after I'd get off work, and sometimes the kids didn't want to sit outside with me, and I'd just sit by the fire and watch the moon rise. And so I've really missed that, because we had a fire pit at the apartment I was living at, but I didn't feel like I could just go out there and use it, since there were other apartments that also used it. And I don't know. So didn't have many fires there. So I'm really enjoying having the fire. Good morning, Barbie. Really enjoying having the fire out there at my mom's backyard. But this cauldron came with a cookbook, and there is this pumpkin pie you can make in there. It sounds delicious. So Mom says she has all the ingredients for that. So we're going to try a pumpkin pie. in a cauldron over an open fire. I mean, how much more fall can you get? Super excited about that. So did I pin it? I have to make sure I pinned it. Oh, I didn't even pin it. Let me see if I can pin it from here. No, can't pin it from here. So I'll put it up there. So question of the day is, what new skill would you like to learn? Because cooking in this cauldron over an open fire, good morning, Tiger, was a new skill. That was a new skill that we all had to learn in order to do that. And there was some, because the chain will lower the pot, but everything gets really hot. So Dad's got his fancy heat resistant gloves, and so you lower it and then you're like, oh, that might be too much. And then you raise it. So it was learning a new skill for all of us. And we're all sitting out there doing this. So what new skill would you like to learn? And that's going to tie into the first few things that I have for sale today too. So the new skill I would like to learn is junk journaling. And if you've seen me sharing some of the stickers I've been buying, I have not been buying paper because I have this much stacked scrapbooking paper from like 15 years ago when we used to scrapbook frequently. So I never got rid of my scrapbooking supplies, even when life got too busy, because I was running my own business and I was raising kids by myself. And I never got rid of my scrapbooking supplies. So I still have them. The only thing I got rid of was my stamps, because I didn't really enjoy them. Although watching people on TikTok with the stamps, they're doing new things that back when we were attending the Stamp It Up parties or Stampin' It Up, whatever those were called, they weren't doing those kinds of things. So now I'm like, oh man, kind of wish I kept my stamps, but they took up a lot of space. So junk journaling, paper journaling, that kind of thing is something that it's a new skill I'm going to learn. And here's what's crazy is I get all of this stuff. So I've got all of the stickers, and I've even mom picked me up one of the little, glue roller things. And so I've got all the things, and you know what stops me? Like, I want it to be perfect, so I don't do it. Except that the whole point of junk journaling is the creativity. It's like, there aren't mistakes in junk journaling. So it's so stupid that, but my thing is my favorite creator on TikTok, her name is Kriya.Teeny. And I think she's over in Germany or something, but she does grid journaling that is like perfection. I don't know if that's just her eye or if she actually measures everything out to get it that perfect. And her style of junk journaling speaks to me more than all of the other ones that I follow. And even some of the other ones that do grids now and then do not do them to the perfection that Creatini does them. Like, they're, I love them. And I know I cannot get the perfection of the space in between each little bit of the grid. So sometimes that's the thing that holds me back, is like, it's not going to be perfect, but junk journaling isn't supposed to be perfect. It's just silly. We were talking about that last night too, because my parents have always taught all of us and led by example that you can learn a new skill. See, that's me, Tiger. I have so much stuff. So much stuff. I have fantastic books to journal in. I have fantastic paper. I have fantastic stickers. I just need to sit down and do it. And everything's a learning curve. So if I truly want the grids to be perfection, I'm probably going to have to do 25 or 30 grids before I get it to that perfection. I don't know. But we're talking about learning new skills or relearning a skill because you haven't used it in a while. And so my parents always, their thing was, you can learn to do it. Unless it's a specialized, like brain surgery, you can learn a new skill. It doesn't matter how old you are. Except dad pointed out that now that he's older, sometimes he has to relearn the skill. So he got a smoker, which is fantastic because I love smoked food, smoked cheese, smoked meat. We're going to smoke some salt, which is a new thing we're going to do. But he's like, I use it so rarely that I have to relearn how. Good morning, Angela. Good morning, Val. I have to relearn how to do it every time. And mom said the same thing about sewing. She used to sew, man, when we were kids, she sewed all my clothes. My friends used to be so jealous because my mom just didn't sew something. Like she didn't take a piece of fabric and put elastic waist in it and then a seam down it and call it a skirt. Her, when she sews, it's tailored. My parents are both very detail oriented. And so I remember going into 8th grade year. Good morning, Pam. We all miss Barbie. Let me see. Did I miss anything? Yeah. Yep. Cracking. So I went into 8th grade with a fully new wardrobe of completely tailored clothes. My friends were so jealous. And I think my mom always felt bad that like she wasn't taking us out and buying us whole new wardrobes to go back to school in, except that my clothes were amazing. She did this dress and I got to pick out the patterns. And my mom just said, or pick out the patterns and the material. My mom had so much material, you could just pick what you wanted. And she did this red dress. It had a white top. And it had this little jacket that went over it. Oh my goodness. It was amazing. And then I can't remember the shorts that were super popular back then. They came down to your knees. Um, oh, what were those shorts called? Anyway, she tailored me a pair of those shorts in this fun pattern I picked out. And like the ends were turned up and they just fit me. I don't even know. It was amazing. And my friends were all super jealous. So it wasn't like people were like, "Oh, you're wearing handmade clothes." No, my whole wardrobe going into 8th grade was completely tailored and amazing, and my friends were jealous. But that's my parents. So, oh, to get back to the sewing thing. So mom and dad are getting a new couch. It's arriving today. And mom wanted the couch. Her last couch was floral, and she loves florals with a bit of like pinky mauve in it and greens. And so her whole living room it's beautiful, understated greens and pinky mauves with a lot of neutrals in the room. So like it's not overwhelming. But she got rid of the floral couch. Like the floral couch was the focal point. She could not get a floral couch. So they had to get a neutral couch. And then she's lost a lot of the florals in the room. So she had material left over and from making the seat for the bench for the piano. And she thought, well, I will make new curtain toppers and pillows. And so she did all of that last night. I walk up in the living room this morning and there's brand new curtains. There's 3 brand new pillows. One side is the floral, the other side is backed in a material that she had done, recovered 2 of the chairs in this deep green. Like, it's gorgeous. But she said on the first curtain, she had to relearn how to sew all over again because she hasn't sewed in a while. So even when you've learned a new skill, sometimes you've got to relearn it because all the knowledge doesn't stick right here if you're not using it every day. So what about you guys? Did anybody answer me? What new skill would you like to learn? Oh, Tiger. Let's talk about that because there are people that junk journal using books and there are people in the comments on TikTok that tear them a new one. But look up how many books go into the landfill. Because I was definitely team no destroy the books. I was like, how dare they? And then when I started to do some research and realized how many old books go into the landfill every year, I was like, maybe, now I haven't done it yet. obviously I haven't done any junk journaling, but maybe you could give an old book new life. And a lot of them, they aren't valuable. They aren't. They aren't classics. They were mass produced, sometimes for children. So it really changed my mind about using old books in junk journaling. Yeah, Angela, upcycling is okay because, I mean, how many times have I've got some sitting around here, some old books up for sale and nobody wanted them. And you can drop the price on them, but yeah. So I do have an old book. I got it for $1 at a garage sale. It's gorgeous, but you can go on eBay and there's a bunch of them. It's not uncommon. And so I'm going to use it for junk journaling. It hurts my soul a little bit to say that because I am such an avid reader, but yeah, when they just, and like the books that if you ever go into an Ollie's outlet store, I don't know if you guys have Ollie's where you are, but their book section is massive. It is books on books on books on books. And some of them were terrible books. They were badly written. I don't know how a publishing house thought that book was going to sell. And then they've ended up there at Ollie's for $2 or $3. And you know what happens? They're going to end up in the landfill. That's where they're going to end up. What started my thinking changing on that was when my daughter was in high school, her art teacher had them do a project where they did take a book and let me show it to you. I kept it because I was fascinated by it. So I bought this book. It's called Vampires in the Lemon Grove. Bought it at Ollie's for just a couple of dollars. And she liked it because yellow was her favorite color and the cover was yellow. That's why she picked it out. Tiger. That's amazing. No, you can't move. Now you got to stay there. That's awesome. So the art teacher gave them a bunch of different prompts for the pages. And now a lot of the rhinestones have fallen off, but this is my daughter's personality right here. Let me tell you. So she had rhinestone the front and the back, and this might not even have been high school. This may have been junior high. But here it shows the pages that were numbered with the project that she was doing. And so some of the pages you were supposed to draw in. She covered this one in Starburst. But the teacher had given them a whole, like this was a cutout page. The teacher had given them a whole list of prompts, and then they could choose which ones they wanted to do. And this was like over a whole period. So like a whole grading period. They worked on this. This wasn't a project that was done in, or maybe over the whole year. I don't remember. But so many different, oh, here was a family one. That's me and the kids when they were little. So when the teacher sent home the thing saying that we had to, I wonder if she remembers this is in here. Look, it's a letter. It's sealed for the future me. I'm going to have to tell her that's in there. Oh, this is my favorite page. Look at this page. This is the kind of scrapbook journaling, junk journaling that I want to do. Oh, I love that. That's my aesthetic right there. So, oh, travel the world. Oh, I love this. She was going to toss it. I kept it. And then I lost my train of thought. I don't. Oh, so when the teacher sent home the thing saying that they needed to bring in a book that they could do that with, I was like, oh, we do not destroy books. Like, it's such a visceral reaction to that. And then she was like, Mom, we could buy a book at the thrift store. The teacher said we could get one at Ollie's because they're super cheap. And I was like, oh, okay, but I cannot believe she's making us do this. Just like, I was so resistant to the idea. And then we get into Ollie's, and there's just books on books on books on books and books. And some of them got such terrible reviews and they were so badly written. And I was like, all right, you got $5 to go pick a book, and I'm going to pretend that it's not killing my soul for you to do this. And so, she picked that one, and then it was wonderful. Christine, that's a great idea. We should totally do that. We should do that. I could give everybody a prompt. Yes, I like that idea. Yep. So anyway, that was a whole big long thing about books, but got a junk journal. I'm going to do something fun like that, even though I'm not like naturally artistic, but that's another thing that, some of the artists that I follow on TikTok, and oh my goodness, you can learn how to do anything on TikTok. I follow a girl that's tatting, old-fashioned lace making, and I had a great aunt that used to tat. Like, it's wonderful. So wood burning, yeah. My dad and my brother both would turn. So my brother's made pens, he's made pendants, he's made Christmas ornaments, he's made candlesticks. My dad made my mom candlesticks. There's just so many amazing things that you could do. I would love to do, but I'm scared. I would love to do some of the glass, the melting and the remaking of glass that they do. Oh, what is her name? I got the jadeite earrings from her. Ooh, can't remember. I've talked about her before, though. I follow her on Instagram, and she takes broken pieces of old glass and she makes jewelry out of them. So many amazing things. But if you want to watch somebody doing this stuff, they're on TikTok. It's amazing. Yes, Tinker Creek Creations. Thank you, Angela. She's awesome. I love her stuff. If I had more money, I would own way more. She makes little flowers out of all glass, but the uranium glass ones are my favorite. I love her. I follow a guy who forges metal, like old-fashioned forges metal, and he just made these massive metal chandeliers for this bar. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing. You can watch guys glass blowing on there. You can watch people spinning pottery on the wheel. Like, yeah. Hi, Kathy. So all of that to lead into some of the things that I have for sale today. So I want to show you this. And this is absolutely something I would have done if I still had my apartment, because I had wall space. I no longer have wall space, as we all know. And so I have, hi, Catherine. Ooh, Catherine, you should. All of this knowledge we have. Yep. And I think that we need more appraisers. I don't think there's enough. It's a very specialized thing. And good morning to everyone. If I missed you coming in, thanks for being here. Okay, so my first lot that I'm selling today is doilies. And let me show you. And I saw this on TikTok too. Now, not this particular photos that I'm going to show you, but there's this lady I follow. She does all kinds of amazing crafts because she has a, see, words, the brain fog. Bed and breakfast. She has a bed and breakfast that they purchased, so they have been decorating every room. So she did this with old doilies, this kind of thing. And she thrifted all of her frames. Now, this is not that particular account. These are just some randomness, but she thrifted all of her frames super cheap. So this was a super inexpensive project. Oh, bumped it. So there's all kinds of fun things that you can do with the doilies because they can be amazing pieces of art. And I mean, some were mass produced, but a lot of them were made by somebody's grandma or great grandma or great aunt. In my family, a lot were made by, good morning, Lori, by my great aunt. A lot of the doilies that, and I have some displayed, just hanging out of some pottery that my boys had made. But now, if it were me for my house, because we all know how much I love color, I would dye these. I would dye these super fun colors, put them in a big frame. But my first lot, I don't even know how many are here, but I'm going to show you, is a whole lot of doilies. So, oh, and I just dropped cat hair into my coffee. So this one is just one, which makes me sad because it's a wing. How fun would that be if there were both of them? But I have some little doilies my great aunt made that I'm going to spray starch and use as Christmas ornaments. So that's another idea for like the little ones. But for these, I would have dyed these all different colors and then put them in a thrifted frame. And there's tons of videos and TikToks, YouTube and TikTok, where you can see how they attach them in the frame. Some use glue, and so there are a lot of different doilies in here, but they are all the white and ecru colors. There's some really big ones I'll show you at the end. This one is a longer one. And I did give these a good wash, and then my cat sat on them. So you get the entire lot, you get all of them. And surprisingly, there's not a lot of stains. But if I was going to do this project, I would do I would dye them red and blue and green and purple, and I would just have a whole rainbow thing of these in. Now this one does have a little damage right there, but super pretty. Oh, and right there. I think it's supposed to connect right there. This is the only one that's in bad shape, or, you know. But that would be a good one to experiment on if you were. See, this one I think is supposed to look like, the other one was supposed to look like this one, but this one does not have it hasn't come apart any. These are a little bit darker, more of a beigey, but so pretty. There's that one. I think that matches one of the ones I showed at the beginning. And then these, now I don't think these would work as well because these are double layered. So you've got this layer and then this layer. So I don't think they would work as well. Plus they're super big. But if you want a fancy frou-frou grandma chic, then these need to be under your lamps and decorative items. Oh, I guess I did have one more single one. But I've got two of these. This one's even bigger. Like this would go over a small table. But okay, so you get all of them. Oh, Kathy, I love that idea. Let me see what I missed. Yes, you guys have such good ideas. Okay, so for the whole lot of doilies, it is just $10. $10, you get them all. You put in doilies if you would like those. And I'll be shipping them in a envelope. Unless you bought other things. So with shipping wouldn't even be a whole lot. But doilies. Okay. Next thing. I cannot believe I found this. Floral clay. vintage floral clay. It's still in here, you guys. I have no idea. Look. I mean, it's clay. I guess if you put water, it would reconstitute it, right? It's clay. But I liked the graphics. And there is nothing on those sides. And then here's your directions on how to use your clay. It's this size. You want them, Lori? Awesome. Write that down. Thank you much. So the floral clay is going to just be $6. And you can write clay if you would like the floral clay. I think it would look good if you did a display, especially since you've got red and green here. This would go into vintage displays. I love the displays that Katie, Vintage and Vinyl, always does. I know, that's what it says. It says waterproof. I guess because they're talking about, you know, you put your flowers down in, it holds everything, and then you can put the water in. It's safe to put water on top of it, I think is probably what they mean. And it does say in the directions to let it dry back out. Clean clay, floral clay, can be used a number of times, but be sure all water has evaporated before reworking it. So, I don't know. $6. You can type in clay if you would like that. Oh, I was talking about Katie, Vintage and Vinyl, does such cool displays with her tins and vintage kind of things. I like watching what she does with those things. Okay. Finish my coffee. I forgot I was going to weigh these. So let me get my scale over here. Then I can tell you. Okay, 2 pounds, 5 ounces. I have a ton of beads. Now, I believe that all of the beads in here are plastic. I can show you some of them, but 2 pounds of beads. And the holes in them, which I know if you work beads, that's important too, if you work with beads. But the holes in them look like some are bigger than others. And so I think they're also different hole sizes, but just some of them just have a few, some of them have a lot, but 2 pounds of beads. And I do believe they are all plastic. So if you need beads, see, some of them only have a few, but like some of them, there's a lot. So 2 pounds of beads. Since they're, since I believe all of them are plastic now, I can't guarantee that, but I think most of them are plastic. They would be good if you are doing crafty projects with your kids. And some of these, like this little bag of beads was originally $3 by itself, just this little bag. Some of them still had their prices on them. But 2 pound bag of beads, it's $15 for the whole bag. $15 for 2 pounds, 5 ounces of beads. Do you guys hear my cat hacking? She's up in the hammock, and I'm like, no, don't have a fur ball up in the hammock. So if you would like the beads, you can type in beads, $15 for 2 pounds of beads. And then I have a whole, oh, Harley, get down from there. Hi, Geneva. Now I'm going to have a mess to clean up. But this bag of craft jewelry is 5 pounds, 3 ounces. 5 pounds, 3 ounces. It will have to ship in a box because a lot of these are pierced earrings and they are poking through the bag. So there's broken watches in here, pierced earrings. There are some clip earrings, but I don't think they were pairs. Some broken brooches, a couple of necklaces. So it's a craft lot. Yeah, she got down now. So now I'm going to have to get up there and clean up the hammock later. Gross. So craft lot of jewelry, $20 for a 5-pound bag. $20 for a 5-pound bag. And a lot of the like pierced earrings, one of the posts would be bent. So, ow, stabbed myself. So you can type in jewelry if you would like the 5-pound bag of crafting jewelry for $20. Move that back over there. And then I've got I have a camera. Now, if you are a reseller on eBay, you can make some money off of this because I'm only charging $20. This is an Infinity Junior Olympus, and these are going for anywhere from $31 to $100, just depending on what they came with. This one only comes with a case that I don't believe was original, but it's still got film in it. So I snapped a picture. It seemed to work perfectly. I'm only going to charge $20. I considered doing my own eBay account. And right now with my health, I have just decided that that is something I'm not up to doing right now. So I have items that if you wanted to resell, this would be relatively cheap to send, and you could probably pop that on eBay and make some money off of it. Or if you just want one. I think it's funny that, you know, teenagers and kids my kids' age in their early 20s are going gaga over these when in my day it was like the old cameras that, so everything comes around, everything is popular again. This camera, $20. You can type in camera if you would like that. My next item is these adorable glass octopuses. Now these are going to be cheap because some of them have broken just being in here. So let me show you. Like this little guy, one of his legs, see, has broken. And that's just from them being in this package. But these you put into the little bowls, like rose bowls, full of water, and they float around. My kids loved these when they were younger. My daughter especially. And I think she still has the fish. My mom ended up giving it to her. So some of them are still in really good shape. There's 6 of them. Some of them have some breakage. Technically, they're not octopuses because they've only got 4 legs. Maybe they're jellyfishes? I don't know. But they're glass. And they'll float in water. Like this one, his little tongue has broken off. So all 6 of them, I'm trying to show you the colors here. They're only going to be $4. $4, and if you'd like these, you can type in glass. $4 glass. And I'll have to figure out how to cushion them a little bit better because they just had this very thin piece of bubble wrap in there that did not protect them. And these aren't vintage. They have a made in China UPS on the back. I picked them up at a flea market because I had an idea for them and then didn't use them. And so $4 for the little glass octopuses, jellyfish, whatever they are. Okay, next item. I showed this. Maybe I didn't show it. It's an insector. This was a attachment that you would, you know, it's dirty. I haven't messed with it. You would attach to your sweeper, airway, whirl away insector, and it was to get rid of moths, because moths used to be a huge problem. People's clothing was made out of wool. Their drapes were made out of wool. So it comes with this piece. This piece, which is a different color. It's green. This is turquoise. The whirl away jar, airway whirl away insector jar, and then this piece. So this would be another great eBay item if you do eBay. So you get the whole thing, all of those pieces. I didn't clean it or anything. $10. You can type in airway if you would like that. I love the colors. If it was something related to, the bedroom, I would have kept it and displayed it because I have the vintage hair dryer and the vintage curlers, but I really don't have anywhere or any way to display something like that, even though I love the colors on it. So $10 on the insector, and you can type in airway. And then I've got this little traveling suitcase carry on. It's got this size has a particular name. I don't know. Sorry, you guys have to deal with my brain fog because it is the perimenopause makes the fibromyalgia brain fog like 10 times worse. It's fun to be what you thought you were, a reasonably intelligent person, to no longer be able to think of the simplest words. Life's an adventure. It's Samsonite. So you can see there. Samsonite. It is not in perfect shape. It's not fantastic or anything. But if you collect vintage luggage, you can see it's got, this was the strap. And it's got some damage there. But vintage Samsonite. I do not have the key. But if this interests you, and I didn't clean it or anything because this is something I know nothing about and would not want to damage it in any way. The handle's still good. Here's the back. Here's the bottom. So it's still intact. Like there's no structural damage to it. It's only $15. $15, and you can type in suitcase. It's this size. Oh, I gotta put my arms down. Oh, so that was all the new things I was showing today. I do have some of the glass sitting here. If you weren't able to make it to Glass with Class on Monday, if you want to see some of the glass that I've got for sale still, you can let me know in the chat and I can show you. But guys, when I was on Tiger's channel last time, and we're going to be doing that monthly now. I'll be on Tiger's once a month, which is so much fun. But I had that picture with the purple flowers, the violets, that he really liked. And he's like, I think I have something you'd really like. Do you want to trade? And I was like, what have you got? Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? It's crystal. It's crystal. I love it. I love it. So we did a trade. Oh, I love it. It makes me so happy. And it's got these little divots here in the base. I'm going to put crystals in it. Isn't that great? It's so much fun when you're working with people in this community who know you so well, because he's like, I've got something I know you'll like. And he was absolutely right. It is perfect. I love it. Go put crystals in it. So we're excited about it. Just want to show you guys. So doesn't look like anybody wants to see any of the glass from Monday. Of course, you can always catch that on the replay too, and let me know if there was something you saw. And did I miss anything? I don't think so. So a lot of great sales coming up in November. I think I have 1 or 2 every week besides my regular ones starting next week. I have, I'll be on Aaron Proctor's channel on a week from Saturday. It's his 1-year anniversary of his first sale on his channel. And then I have a sale coming up with Bridget, the baker's daughter. Sweet Tea Tuesday. That's a reschedule from forever ago, from this summer when we had a summer storm that knocked out the Wi-Fi and the electricity that day. I'll be on Vintage and Vino, and I'll be on Tiger's channel. I think Tiger's is the 2nd Thursday of November. So lots of fun sales coming up. I am going to start planning for a big clearance sale in December, probably, just to clear out some old stock before tax season. What else do I have going on? Tiger's still here. So yeah. Hi, Kathy. Kathy's doing a sale with Yvonne, Thrifty Rich, and someone else. I don't follow the other person. But is that tonight, Kathy? Because that looks like that's going to be a good one. Yvonne always has great stuff. Well, so do you, Kathy, but I was to say Kathy doesn't have great stuff. They both do. Follow that bug. Hi, Jazdia. Hi, Karen. Well, Kathy, if it's tonight or whatever day, put the day and the time in so everybody knows. We have trick-or-treating on Sunday, so I'm looking forward to that. Oh, and Glass with Class next week on Nikki's channel. We're dressing up because it's official Halloween. It'll be the 31st, and I'm gonna play some games and maybe do a giveaway. So we're having some fun for lunch next Monday on Halloween. So you guys do not want to miss that. So Kathy's sale with Yvonne, 5 p.m. tonight. I thought it was tonight. And I'm assuming on Yvonne's channel, Yvonne Thrifty Rich. Yep. That'll be a good one. You guys don't want to miss that one. Oh, thank you. a lot of, no, 2 of those items are going to be for sale on Monday. Because we are talking about Indiana glass, and I have a ton of Indiana glass. And you guys hadn't noticed, I had collected the whole rainbow of lidded candy dishes, and I've been selling them off. So there's going to be a really special one in Monday's sale. It's going to be the 15.5-inch green glass candy dish, the really tall, long one. So you guys don't want to miss that. Well, of course, Kathy. We love you. Are you walking around with one sock on? Tiger's a toddler today. So if you guys missed the very beginning, we were talking about new skills. And what was a new skill you would like to learn, or in my parents' case, relearn, because my dad's gonna have to relearn how to use the smoker because we're smoking a brisket for Thanksgiving this year. No turkey, no ham, smoking a brisket. And my mom had to relearn how to sew because she made new curtains and pillows for the living room. Oh, Tiger. That's funny. I would not be able to walk around with only one sock on. It would make me crazy. Couldn't do it. My cat has now moved up to the boxes behind the camera here, and she's giving me dirty looks because I haven't cleaned up the the hairball out of the hammock so she can sleep in the hammock. Why didn't you get down to throw that up? She's silly. All right, guys. So don't forget, Helen is on in 8 minutes. In 8 minutes, as always. And I'm going to go. I've been wearing my fluffy socks. Today it's very rainy and it's cooler than it was yesterday. So have a great rest of the week. I'm going to be passing out candy on Sunday, so super excited about that. And one of my friends is going to pop over tomorrow and hang out. And for those of you that purchased today or Monday, I'll probably be invoicing today just to get things out of here. So I've got stuff going on. So you all are awesome. I love you all. Go out and learn a new skill. I'll see you guys later.